All right, guys. Hey, so welcome to Sin City MTG. I got Lobbert here. Me and him are gonna be playing a few games. I'm gonna try out my Izzet Goblin Wizardry deck that was submitted by one of my fans on YouTube. Lobbert, what are you playing today?
I'm playing Bomberman. Uh, it was
Bomberman. Nice.
it was the first deck that I put on my YouTube channel, so I've brewed this up. I've spent more time on this than any other deck I've played by far.
Nice. You got the new Thriving Lands. Someone's got some money over there. I'm just kidding. I'm just
I
kidding. I'm just kidding.
I do have quite a bit of tickets.
All right. Um, so before we started doing the podcast, you were talking about how you're playing more D&D now, since
Yeah,
not.
I quit the podcast, and I filled that time slot up with just a whole bunch of D&D prep,
Nice.
and like oh man, I've made I've done so much, and I've I've made goals to do 20 times more than I have, and so I have I've tried to play more Magic, but recently I wasn't very happy with the format. I'm hoping that the ban fixes a lot of my issues. It did fix a lot of the issues that I did have, so I might be playing more often. But I'm also really stuck on a deck that you were excited about me playing, which is the flying deck. I'm
Yeah.
just like, I gotta get that to work, and so I start playing again, and I'm like, this sucks. I hate this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's part
So
of
I
the
just
problem
stop.
when making brews. Like, I know there's a request by one of the people on YouTube to work on my Jones Lands list,
Mm.
and I want to work on it, but also like I feel like it's lacking certain things with either graveyard recursion. Either I need to go more heavy graveyard recursion with the deck, or I need to go more mid rangey and try to do a beatdowns with a little bit of lands value. So I'm not really sure what I want to do with it, but it just gives me like anxiety, and I'm just like, all right, let's just
Mm.
go play. Is it? Let's go play something else, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like this one. Aren't you supposed to crack
Yep.
your? Wait, you
Yeah.
can do this if you press control. You can do it in response, right?
It may have been past that already.
Oh,
Derp.
well, like this, I like that card. I wanted to build like a deck like this with like the Leon Squires, but I
Yeah.
couldn't figure like the value engines were just too good in Tron at the time. So I was just all like, this isn't worth it, you know?
Yeah.
Ugh, Tron,
Uh,
the worst thing that's ever happened. Sorry for all you Tron
this
players that are watching right now.
Crimea River Tron players out there right now.
Well, I mean, they just lost some of their consistency, but they got Bonder's Ornament before it. But Bonder's Ornament, like, it's kind of like Arkham Astrolabe, but like worse, just a little bit worse, but not much worse. You know, it's better long term, but worse early on. You know,
Yeah. Counter.
yeah, counters,
This is
real life fun stuff.
this is I mean that misplay back there is the reason why all of my games I record the voice afterward.
Yeah,
I can't multitask.
you can't multitask. My apologies.
It's fine.
uh,
I'm not like gonna be broken up if I lose all of these. This is the red one.
know what I think is funny though? So the first
Hmm.
time I did one of these collab videos was with Mason Knop, which I'll probably do another one this next week with.
Mhm.
But when he was all like, "Yeah, I watch your stuff because it's like more competitive," and I'm like, "I'm not competitive. My thing, I mean, my channel sucks. I make misplays all the time, you know."
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten that feeling, you know, where you're just all like, someone thinks that like you're like good at Magic, and I'm like, "No, I suck. Like you should watch my channel," you know?
Yeah, I think that just anybody that makes videos that are not just like I play in the, just for fun room. Like people thought I was well, think that I'm really good at Magic. I'm definitely a more casual player. I felt like I was more forced to uh get more competitive when I was doing the podcast, and
Yeah.
I don't like being competitive.
So, how do you like how common knowledge is going now? I know I stopped listening to it, and that's terrible because I should support like more Pauper content. But I was just all like, no, my friends aren't on it anymore. I don't really want to watch it, you know?
Yeah, I do get that. It does feel different. Like I've had people like hit me up and be like, uh, I wish they used the old sound bites and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And they coulda, and I gave it to them, but I think they want to make it more of their own thing.
and they should. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just I'm just I don't know. I think it's partly the only reason why I got into the podcast with you guys is because I met you at Magic Fest
Mhm.
and you seemed really cool. So that was the thing. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna follow these guys and be, nice and whatnot. And then like I ended up really enjoying it. And then it just like I said, it sounded weird after you guys left. It didn't sound the same, which sounds real petty, you know?
Well, yeah, because I was putting so much effort into every second of that podcast. Like, oh my gosh, it was like 10 to 15 hours of editing a week, and then 5 hours of prep work a week, and I don't think they take it as seriously. I do respect them as players, and I've listened to some episodes, and I was like, oh, they're making some definitely really good points, but
Can't let you take. I
I
can't let
don't.
you have that card. I just can't. Like, not with what my deck is built off of. I can't. Like, I want to let you resolve that, but I just can't. I'm like thinking about. I was like, can I let that resolve? And I'm like, no, probably not. Probably not. I'll put this and this. I was gonna do some other cool stuff at the end of your turn, but then I had to counter something. Like, you're just ruining all my plans at this point. Um, yeah. Uh, so you're playing less Magic, but you're playing more D&D. What edition have you been playing of Dungeons and Dragons?
There's my alarm to make sure that I play this game. Um, I'm playing fifth edition,
I like fifth
and
edition.
it it's better than fourth edition. Like
Yeah,
the complaints that people have, because I played fourth edition for probably 3 years, maybe more. We played fourth edition for a long time, and it was a lot of like, oh, go back, my effect didn't do this, and they simplified a lot of that.
yeah. So I like fifth edition. That was pretty much the only Dungeons and Dragons that I actually played a few campaigns on. I wish, like, I've I've worked as a server, and so I mostly work nights. So it was really hard to get a play group to go for Dungeons and Dragons. So it got to the point that I just stopped playing altogether. But I did play a few campaigns, and I really enjoyed it. Um I made this cleric. His name was Cookie. He was a big fat cleric. He wore like heavy armor, plus he had like a few enchantments, but which made it so it was like really hard for him to die.
Mhm.
So he had and then the way that he beat people down is he used like shillelagh on a wooden spoon, and that was how he attacked people.
I love it. That's got
Yeah,
so much
that like
flavor.
it was so much flavor, and it felt the best. I was like, oh, this is so good. You're drawing a lot of cards. I did not realize that I would have to like actually fight you on the card drawing thing.
You just
Goblin
have
Wizardry.
one.
I actually like the more I look into this card, the more this card actually seems pretty awesome. I didn't realize it was instant at first. Okay, so let's go get more lands out of the deck. Let's say goodbye to your dude. Nice knowing you.
Mm, yeah.
Let's also go like this to put him up to 3/3. See if I can find a counter spell. Nope. Make him 4/4s now. I'm just gonna beat you down some tokens now. Are you gonna lightning bolt him or galvanic blast? Okay,
Yeah.
touche, touche. Okay, now this isn't fun anymore. That's rude. I thought we were friends.
I had to wait until your red was tapped so that you couldn't get rid of my mirror and get rid of my. Oh wait, Metalcraft. I still have an ancient
You have three
Denway over
lands.
there.
Yeah.
Feels stupid. Boop, boop.
Damn. You afraid of the big bag augur? That's messed up. Augur's our friend.
I can do 2 a turn this way. I was doing 0 a turn as long as he's out.
But Augur's the friend of all blue players. Hey, I do like in the current meta that Stompy's a lot better since Savage Swipe, and I think like it even gets better after like Mystic Sanctuary and Expedition Map goes away.
Yeah, and Stompy's a real good one to have as a prevalent
Yeah,
deck.
I mean, if that's like no one feels bad when Stompy is like the best deck in the format, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just gonna lightning bolt this dude. And now we're both on top decking, it looks like. Unless you just got a value engine out of nowhere. Yeah, so I like that Stompy's pretty prevalent. Slivers has been making like a comeback over the last year, so that's been pretty good. Um, and realistically, even before Expedition Map and Mystic Sanctuary got banned, I understood the gripe against both, and I don't think I'll ever support Tron. But I didn't feel like the meta was too bad because you did have a lot of decks that were like around, even though blue was like again the most powerful thing since like as it has been since like Gush. But I think that's just gonna be a constant with Pauper. But you had like a increase in like Stompy decks. You had some more different style red decks coming out because Goblin decks started coming like into the foray with like Goblin Grenade, and then there were other stuff like that. You know.
Yeah. I may have spaced out a little bit.
All right. You said that you have a hard time while playing. All right, so it looks like I'm gonna lose. We got the lands coming
Hooray!
in. This past turn. Did you top deck that Linden Square, or you had it already?
I did top deck that.
Must be nice. So, what would be your best matchup with this style deck?
It's more of like a
Like a value
it's
engine deck?
okay to get it's okay to get it against everybody. Like I don't really think that there's like a really fantastic matchup, but I don't feel bad against anybody either, if that makes sense.
So it's like a value, like mid. Everything's good, everything's bad type of thing.
Yeah, I think everybody's like a 48%. I
Nice.
won't say it's over 50, but
Maybe I'm playing this wrong. I don't know. I need to draw more cards. That's what needs to happen. But rather than kill, I'm gonna tap and draw a card instead. See if I can draw something. Okay, I'm okay with that. I should have realized that the fact that this was a Trinket Mage deck that you would have main deck Relic. Like, it would have made sense if I would have thought about that. You're starting to scare me now. I don't think I can let
but it doesn't even generate value. It
I
just
get.
killed you.
I need draw cards. That's what I need. I think your deck just provides too much value.
A lot of value.
It does
got the
not
same number-
help. I'm just drawing all lands.
Yeah. We do have the same number of cards in our deck. So we're like keeping pace like that, but I think you have a lot more like do nothing cards like
In this particular matchup, yeah. Like a lot of screds and stuff like that. That you're not going like really big creatures, you're more going like wide type of thing.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, I think I kind of know what I'm looking at. Like sideboard. You have a lot of like 2-for-1s, right? You have like cards that like Trinket Mage and the Linen Squire and the Thraven Inspector. And mine's a lot of like 1-for-1 with like, and I think that's the problem. And I have more card selection, but I can't like, you know.
Yeah, just generate value on value like.
Yeah, I think that's game. We'll go into the sideboarding games now. The draw. Yeah, I needed to get like either more accumulated knowledge or augur bolts earlier. Okay. So I don't think I really like this. I do like these. Bring these into. We'll take this out. We take a few of these. Alright, we're gonna try it like this. Maybe this deck would be better with one less Goblin Wizardry and like maybe like one less Exclude and add like 2 Archaeomancers. And like maybe a Ghostly Flicker for something else. I don't know. You're just thinking about your sideboarded stuff?
Yeah. It's really.
And you just have a bunch of Hydroblast and Pyroblast you just bring in?
I've got a non-zero number, but
yeah.
I also have like I'm staring at electricaries that I don't think I can get to work. And I don't know what other win cons you have. So I'm like, I don't know if I can go down Journey to Nowhere and go up a Flame Slash just for a little, like, it's really tiny differences is what I've been mulling over.
Okay. See, you are a better player than me because you think of the tiny differences. I'm just like, I think this card's better. I'm gonna play this, you know? You also edit far better than I do because you actually edit and I don't edit at all. So there you go.
You release videos though.
What?
You release videos though, and that's
a lot.
The most important thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I do think mono blue aggro with like Mantle of the Tides is probably one of the better decks out there right now. I think that's probably the way to go. Like if I was to play in like a Magic Fest again, that's probably the deck I would play. But I usually always end up playing mono blue in those type of style decks. And I usually have a deck built for like the main deck, and then usually get like beat by like this you know, like I got beat the first year that I went to the Magic Fest. I got beat by like the Songs of the Damned deck that I just couldn't, you know, I wasn't like prepared for it all.
Yeah,
but I beat all the like mono blue decks that, or like all the Delver decks I wanted to beat. It was a great time. I was like, I just built mono blue with like a bunch of Spire Golems and then Stormbound Geist in the sideboard. I was like, I'm just not gonna lose to Delver, and I'm gonna hope that everyone else is playing Delver, and I'm just gonna win this way. It kind of worked, you know?
Was that the year that we played? I was playing Corrupt Control and you
Yeah,
playing Mono Blue
yeah.
Spire Golem.
I was 11th on that list that year.
I top aided that year, and my overall record, I played I think 19 games of Pauper over the weekend, and I lost 2 games. One of them was in the top 8, and one of them was to you.
Yeah, I
That
feel
deck is
good
good.
about that. I feel good about
You
that.
should.
The only games that I lost was I gave up the elves matchup entirely, so I lost to elves, and I lost to that um that Songs of the Damn deck that gained. He would gain like something like a ridiculous amount of life. He would gain something like 150 life, you know, a game. And that year, the reason why he was doing so well is there was a lot of Izzet Blitz that year, so that's what happened. So he would just like gain 150 life and be like, all right, you get if you guys can kill me, you know,
Yeah.
which is a really good plan. I was just upset that me and him met at like 4-0, and I lost to him, and then he tied his next round, which made it so I didn't make the top 8. And I was so upset about it. I was like, I can't believe this happened, you know? Why are you? No, thanks, but no. I don't think I want to deal with that.
It'll be back.
He'll be back. That's not very nice. Hey, know what's really cool about artifact decks is the fact that you can beat them with just one card.
Sometimes.
Watch, you're just gonna like Galvanic Blast it next turn. Hey, putting you down to 1 mana I think is pretty good.
Hmm. It is, and I didn't draw card I needed.
That sucks.
But we can soldier on. Let's see.
Yeah, that resolves. That's fine. Kind of figured you were gonna get the land. We're gonna destroy this other one though.
Yep.
Okay, very interesting. I like it. Be a little aggressive. I think I just keep up the mana. Force you to try to do something, I guess.
I'm ahead on board, so force you to
Yeah,
try to do something.
but I got time. 2 damage a turn. I got like 8 turns. So I'll be fine. I think it's so.
Ding.
Okay, maybe 5 turns. I don't think that's very nice. Alright, so we're gonna destroy that. See what you go for. I think we do this.
Fancy pants.
Okay, so we're gonna go play this. Play this. You are no longer ahead on the field. I get a bolt. That's pretty good. Alright. See if I can ride this to victory now. Oh, I was like so excited to like counter your shit, and I was like, oh no, it's just a chromatic star. So let's not let you draw a card. And we will pass turn.
What? Thank you for letting me draw a card.
Oh, I'm so dumb.
Yeah, tap that mana, boy.
I'm so dumb. It's the sphere, the one that doesn't work that way, right? Sphere's the
Right.
one.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm not even. I'm so dumb. Just ignore me. Just being dumb.
Hey,
Obviously,
that's
don't know
one
what.
display for both of us.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm obviously just an idiot. Yeah, yeah, you can have that, buddy. Enjoy it. Am I just gonna get pinged to death by this thing?
That's one possibility.
I think I just have to kill it. That's really sad, but I just have to kill it. Well, let's go get the other red. We'll pass turn.
Hmm.
And also, the only reason why I'm in this game is for the fact that I could keep you down to 1 mana. Yeah, no thank you. Let's draw a card. Let's destroy that. Aha! Okay. Looking good now.
Probably a little bit too late. Finally got the Galvanic Blast. Counterspell. Hydroblast.
Preordain.
Man, that Goblin Wizard token is so ugly.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But
Supposed to be.
the deck is sweet. Let's be honest, like that card's awesome.
Might have to put that in my cube.
You got a Pauper cube?
Boy, do I.
Online or in paper?
In paper. It's
Okay.
like 93% foil now.
I mean, it must be a butte then.
I'm so proud of it. I'm a baby. The only cards I need are all like $25 or more now.
For foils? What
Yeah.
commons are those?
You can find it if you just Google Lobbert Pauper Cube. See Cloud of Fairies, Snap, Deprive, Capsize, Gush, Careful Study, Ponder
Deprive is like
Preordain,
25 bucks foiled out.
something like that. That one might actually be like 15.
That's insane. What is Deprive played in other than Pauper?
I think EDH.
Commander just messes everything up, right?
Yeah.
Commander's probably actually the best like format because like it
I-
allows like casual players to like still be interested in the game. It's probably the best thing for the game. It's just I had talked about this before, so if anyone had heard this before, and it's just that the first time that I played EDH, I played with a bunch of people that had like infinite combos that went off like turn 2, and it just makes it like real sour to try to play the game then, you know? Like just starting off and you're just like, "Oh, I lost."
Yeah.
You know? I do play some commander with my friends. We buy like um what is it? Precons. and we'll play the
Yeah.
precons. So those are fun, but overall,
Yeah. As soon as you start upgrading them, then there's power disparity.
I'm doing a risky plan right now, so I might just lose really fast here. Yep, it looks like I'm gonna lose pretty fast. I'm just too greedy. I like to keep one landers.
Is it a one lander with a gorilla shaman? Maybe.
Maybe.
I was just like wondering, like, why am I not hitting any of my other thriving lands last time? Like, it was only my artifact lands, which is unfortunate.
Because sometimes MTGO loves me. Most of the time it hates me, but sometimes it loves me. So when I was playing Mantle of the Tides, like on my last video that I posted, I was kind of upset that because like match one I played against it was a league, and match one I played against I'm in trouble. Uh a blue black delver, which is like a pretty tier one deck, and then I won, and because like the deck like streamlined went really well into like turn two ninja each time, and like I played really well, and then at the end of it he had like a 3 post rant about how I just got lucky and I'm a terrible Magic player, and I'm like, that's not very nice. I lost this one. I did not get the second land ever. What did you bring in, by the way? A bow. All right, I think we should play another round, because this was a terrible way to end it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
play the bow and okay. All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
concede. Wait, actually, let me just see if I get the land this time.
And not kill your dude?
I mean, you're gonna kill me regardless. You can kill my dude. I'm gonna see if I get the
Oh, okay.
land now and if I can recover.
Okay.
Land? Nope. Okay, now we'll concede. All right, let's play another one. If you're down
Okay.
for that, is.